got with us here today, I figured I was going to take my M3 out for a drive. I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting. So we've got two GT3 Tourings and a bunch of my photographer mates. We've got one black 991.1 GT3 Touring. And the thing that I love about this and the GT3 Touring specifically is that it's a total wolf in sheep's clothing. And then you have something that's a little bit louder but still looks like a normal 911 to the untrained eye. This is a .2, so brand new, literally brand new manual GT3 Touring. This car's original colour was Lugano blue, but it's been wrapped in this Inositec film, which is to replicate a PTS colour called Oslo blue. I haven't seen one of these in the flesh before. I've seen a couple Oslo blue 992s, but not in a GT3 variant. I think it just looks absolutely incredible. If you know, you know type car, the GT3 Touring, which is why I love it. I don't know whether I'd pick the full fat GT3 like I had a couple weeks ago, or if I'd take one of these, but I'd honestly be happy with either. It's so cool. And then in the bushes where they always hang out are the three photographers. Do you want to introduce yourself? Okay, maybe not.
Hello, I'm Ben.
We've got Ben.
How's it going?
And Lincoln. I put their little tags up on the screen below, but there's a very good chance you probably would have seen them before. And Sam got too nervous. He's never been on camera before. So that's Sam from Lag Media.
They've seen me before in your BMW video.
Yeah.
Out of the
in the B-roll.
You know, yeah. I still can't get over that. It's so funny. My hair's just going everywhere and I'm on the racetrack.
So we're going to jump from here to another location soon, and between locations we'll jump in the car, let you know how it feels. This is my very first drive, actually experiencing it with a whole new suspension setup that I posted in the most recent video, installing all of that. So if you haven't seen that, click up here, you can go and watch that. I'm so happy with how the car is looking and driving. It just looked phenomenal. It already looked pretty good beforehand, but I think the ride height now, don't mind the little rust that I've got up here, I need to fix that. But it's a bit lower at the front, and then at the back it is scrubbing a wee bit. You can probably see that here. That is actually scrubbing quite bad on my back wheel. I hope I don't have too much. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of higher in my guards, but this was lower than it was before and it was already scrubbing on the back, so I may need to raise the back up slightly because that's pretty bad scrubbage just from a pretty short send. I need some new wheels. I want to fix up the fitment on the boot because that's pretty lifted back here. That wants to focus up properly, just back up there. It doesn't look too flash, but you know, as it sits right now, it looks so good. Off to the second location now, and got a little taxi for it. Got Ben's Giulia Quadrifoglio down the Black Spur, which is lovely. You don't often get an empty Black Spur, which is very nice. And Lincoln in the back, he doesn't have any bucket seats, sadly.
We're nearly there, it's just up here.
Oh, there go my keys. We've wrapped on the shoot with the GT3s now, so those guys are going to go and take Lincoln and Sam for a few runs. And while I've got some time, we're going to finally go back to the part of the video that you really clicked on, which is my first drive impression post my mods and what I really think of them. So I've been waiting to get this stuff done to my car now for months. It was the first thing I noticed within the first week of owning the car is how much I wanted to improve the suspension. It was already a very good car to begin with. It already had H&R lowering springs and Sachs dampers, but I just knew it had so much more in the tank, and I knew a coilover setup was the way to go. And it was only really when I started digging on the coilover setup that I realized that a steering rack would be another major improvement, but also, of course, when you do things like this, you should always look at bushes and other supporting parts, because just because you give a car a new set of coilovers doesn't mean it's going to be the best thing in the world. The coilovers are so good. Like for these sorts of big sweepers and things like this, it's just so planted. It feels much safer And that paired with the steering rack, which is 2.7 turns lock to lock rather than 3.2, I believe, in the original M3 rack, really is a huge night and day difference. Like when you're driving straight, the steering rack doesn't feel like it's too jerky, which is what I was a bit worried about, judging by some reviews that I read, is that it was going to be a bit jerky. If you didn't tell me that this had a new steering rack and I was just driving the car normally, I wouldn't know, which I think is a good thing. But when you're in the corners, it's way more engaging. You get way more input out of a slighter turn, which I wasn't really getting before. I was just turning the car and then the car would turn. So, you know, you turn the wheel and then it would turn, whereas now, if I put a tiny bit of steer in it, it'll turn, which is awesome. And the other big thing is the coilovers. I was looking at choosing between KWV3s or these Bilsteins for the coilovers, and I'd always wanted the PSS 10s or the B16s, same thing, it's what I've got. And I was wondering what they would be like, and it just seemed to be the go-to choice between those two for M3 people. And full transparency, my decision was made easier because Bilstein did send me this set of B16s. I'm very grateful that they did, because it just feels so good. Like when you turn it hard into a corner, I definitely do feel like I'll need a sway bar soon at the front just to tighten it up a little bit, or maybe I should just turn the dial up on the coilovers because they're only at a 7 out of 10 firmness. But man, it's just so compliant now, and like the steering rack makes the car feel so dialed and gives me a much closer resemblance to some of the newer performance cars that I've driven that obviously have electric steering. But the feedback that I'm getting with this hydraulic steering is just unbelievable. I'm so stoked. I think for like a street car, something that probably won't see a whole lot of track time, I don't think I could have done much better than with what I've done with this setup. It's really impressed me. With all the extra bushes, particularly in the back of the car, it's way more planted. It doesn't like to hop around the road so much, and it feels way more compliant and happy than it did before. I've had a lot of cool cars. I've been very lucky to have a lot of cool cars. The Evo Tommy Mäkinen is the one that I'm still upset about getting rid of. Same with my RX-7. Now that I'm a bit older, I feel like I can appreciate something like this truly. Oh, Luke's right there. Oh, I just know that car can corner so much more aggressively than this can. This is what it's all about, man. Man, what a cool morning. I'm so impressed with how this thing drives. It's not perfect, but it's very close to it. But compared to where it was, it's such a big step up. Going to do the airbox next, I think, is a mod that I've decided. I definitely want your input on what you want to see done to the M3 in the not too distant future. Oh, I've got the bug now, big time. Having had the experience of driving all the new cars and knowing how fast and agile and awesome those cars are to drive, there is something so special about hopping back in this. Feels like such a privilege to be able to own this thing and to share it with you. So if you've made it this far through the video and you haven't hit subscribe, make sure you hit that button, because this year we're going hard on YouTube. We've got the big goal of hitting 100k subs by the end of the year. And make sure you check out Ben, Lincoln and Sam and all their work if you haven't seen them before. And huge thanks to the GT3 guys for coming out to shoot with us. So I hope you've enjoyed something different. I didn't really have a major plan for this video. It's more so just taking you along for the ride. And so I appreciate your time. My name's Pat. This has been 2PJZ. Never forget to stay driven, and we'll see you in the next one.